That's it. That's it, man. And
Hey,
Oh,
how
yo!
you doing? Nani?
Yo!
How
Yo!
are we all doing? Nice
in
one.
Lakesh,
Shaolin.
The best part is when Bruce Lee punches someone and goes, ah! An orgasm. I did that shit in class. I used Bruce Lee as an example, and I said, why is Bruce Lee, why is he doing that? And they were all like, we don't know. They're all like,
yeah,
Jay.
yeah. It's a fine line between pleasure and pain. You can do it again, and you'll do it the same. Yeah, the human nervous system has a flight or fight or rest and digest response known as the parasympathetic or the sympathetic response. I think what Bruce Lee is doing, he's there to rest and digest within the flight and fight. Because if you're a bird, it's got to feel good to fly. Oh, that'd feel good. But are you an eagle or are you a pigeon? You know, you got to know your territory. You have to read the art of war. You have to know about certain things. Yeah, you have to watch the sun and the moon. That's the style.
That's true. Yeah, there are rules to this shit, man. There's rules to this shit. You know what I mean? Like squirrels don't give a fuck about us. By squirrels. I will watch a squirrel fuck a damn nut up and not look at nothing and just be in its own shit. And it got a damn routine. It goes up and down looking at back and eats and just stands there and looks at me. Now I'm like, that's fucked up. Because I gotta go to work and you're looking at me. Or she, and they're looking at you like, I'm living off the land, dumbass.
I got these nuts.
Right.
Yeah.
I am slaving all this money. I'm trying to. The tree is across from me. Motherfuckers living for free across all my my land, right? Whatever I'm paying, chilling.
Yeah. Yeah. And
What the hell, man?
You can slay me down, man. Eat my body, man. I taste like shit. I don't care.
I'll tell you. I'm very passionate about animals, and since I've read about Thomas H. Burgoyne's Light of Egypt, they are our sixth ray of the sun. They're very close to our vibration. Ascend. When you have roadkill, be careful with the bodies on the concrete. I was dead on the concrete, and I was like, now I have a chance, because I don't normally have a chance to do it on the road. Put it on Earth. Why? Because it means fake grease. Not all of it's bad, but the body fake.
All roads lead to Rome. Oh, it's good.
Yes. They do not want you to experience Mama Nature. They don't want you to have sex with her, which means walking barefoot on her is having sex with her. That's it. That's sex.
Sure, it's grounding, grounding out your excess positive charge, for sure.
Yes, sir.
I've had an inkling every time since a young child. I see a dead animal on concrete, I will put him on the earth. I do it. It doesn't matter where I am, who I am. It needs me to drive across the highways, and I almost want to stop and put him in the earth, but it's not always possible.
It kills me. It kills me when I see a beautiful deer. Like, and it's what's crazy is they don't understand how to look both ways, because it's not natural to have that. They don't know how to do that because they're not supposed to have that. We can have our roads without killing them.
Yeah.
But when I touched the squirrel, it was interesting because it's so funny. I never thought about this when I was eating. And I'm not judging people who eat meat, by the way. I'm just saying, when I touched the body, it was warm. I was holding a baby. Wow, like I take it for granted. I see squirrels, but when you touch it, and I almost felt like I wasn't worthy. I almost dropped it, and I was like, my heart fell. I was like, holy shit! I picked it up again. I was so scared, but it was like, why am I scared? You know, like, 'cause I'm not used to relationship with other creatures, right? Like, it's go to work, ego. These intellectuals don't fuck around, man. They are playing mind games here. Woo! They're trying to kill me. They're trying to kill me.
Oh,
This bitch here that chaired the dance department, she emasculated me. Where I have to have rehearsals about Venus. My lead dancer, Venus, part of my language, she's a bitch. Bitch. Bitch, okay? Because
Yeah.
I want to do it. Has this principal dancer. She's my star. She's working with someone. No ego, but I've been all over the world. I know what it is. I'm trying to give her the damn light. Long story short, this is how the academic world works today with the divas, women in position of men power. They don't know how to use it because they're being like men. Because of her attitude in my damn class, not because of her feelings. So what does the chair of the dance department do? She changes her B to an A+. Because, listen to this. Oh, yeah. Because she was afraid that everyone else got an A and she didn't, and that she would be single. You're damn right she deserved that B, because she was the only motherfucking bitch, pardon my language, in my cast.
Sure. Yeah. Wow.
Nothing personal. Nothing personal. We have demons in the world. It's okay. I have
Jay,
to make it work. So go ahead.
Because I respect you're in a position of teaching, and it's responsible. The chameleon, to be the chameleon, man, and when you put your hands on them, you change color through them, brother. Your truth is stronger, man. And from all ancestors, the whole lineage, thanks you. And be that chameleon, brother. And just, if you see a little flay, eat him, man. And move on.
You're right. It's hard though, because you know it's Venus and it's personal because I'm a Taurus, and it's about her. It's about her gender. And that what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make up for all the men that have raped, that have broken and killed, especially the holistic goddess, the witches, the nurturer. Damn that, because they don't teach this shit. They don't teach girls that they're goddesses in a different way. They give them Barbie doll, and changes the grade. So now when I'm in there, my power's been taken away. But I have to make like what you're saying. I make it work. I'm just saying, fine. It gets you to lose your power.
London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down.
They're afraid of Venus. They're all afraid. They're afraid. You know what's going to happen after this? They're all going to have to see that everything is about astrology. Themselves in the fucking mirror. Because this shit, I'm tired of this shit. Rude arrogance. There's no humbleness. It's too much, brother. Man. Yeah.
Hey guys, I hate to cut this short, but I gotta get going, man.
Okay.
I gotta take care. I gotta get going. All right.
Seeing you again,
Love
man.
You all right. I'll talk to you. Thank you. Love you, and I'll speak with all you guys here soon.
Yeah,
all
Robert.
Right.
Yeah.
That was great. Thank you, Robert.
Goodbye, Robert.
Thanks. Thanks, mate.
See ya.
Next time.
Yeah.
Robert's a great listener, isn't he? Really, he's a good talker and a good listener.
Yeah, you have to be both. It's hard to be both sometimes.
Yeah, I could feel that earlier, hearing him talk. It was good to, yeah, he got some, I think he got some good stuff out tonight. He needed to. That was good.
Yep.
He's a powerful soul.
Well, he's documenting the temples. Those are important symbols of ancient times. We weren't making lattes back then. Like you imagine back in the day, you go, give me a brick. Give me a brick with extra ice. Okay, here's your brick.
Yeah.
And they're like elevating it with no hands. They're like, oh, you're like,
how do we do it?
You walk out like, but you don't touch it. You don't touch it.
Yeah. Let's go.
They will like that.
Let's build a coral castle. Woohoo! Oh. Yeah. So yeah. Wow. Great. Yeah, it's
What
not.
sign are you, Gathaka?
I'm Cancer. Born 21st July, so I'm a cusp Cancer and Leo. Last. So Leo starts on the 22nd. I'm 21st. In
Wow.
Australia, 12 hours ahead of. It depends where you're counting the date from, isn't it? Because it depends where you're, not only when you're born, but where you're born because of the time difference. So yeah, I'm Cancer. Yeah.
Wow.
So
that's where souls descend.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
they descend in there, and they get passed on to the goddesses, and then they manifest into this fleshy body. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Is that what happened?
Well, you know what's funny? Though? Here's what's really silly. People don't understand. Okay, Ophiuchus is a constellation that looks like the penis of Osiris. This is what's happening up there. They're having sex, man. Like, they're making things. It's a literal phallic Libra. Well, who's Libra? A woman. So it's in the shape of something. So I'm going to put 2 and 2. Okay, maybe the atomic energies going through each of the constellations are constantly manifesting, let's just say, everything in existence. Symbols. People have to get into symbols, man.
Sure. We love symbology. I'm lacking in my astral knowledge, but listening to you guys chat about it, and I've done a little bit of historic work, so I'm familiar with the signs, but their interrelationships is very interesting, and the cusp. I'm more of a musician and measuring frequencies and vibrations and other fields of knowledge. I have a degree in remedial massage therapy, and I'm a keen lover and a fighter. And I was a croupier in the casino in France, so I've got a sort of the head with numbers. Numbers are quite easy for me. And since learning vortex mathematics, that's just absolutely changed my world. Listening to Matt Jerome talk the other night, Karen, bless you. I thank you. Be less yourself, but I want you to be more, and I thank you in moreness for sharing Matt Jerome's presentation. That's absolutely opened my 2 third eyes. We're associating the pineal and the pituitary together. I was like, why didn't I see that? Oh my gosh. And I can turn on that tap. You can tweak your knob. It's a very fine balance, isn't it? It's when you can find that zone, that's where you want to be. And they don't have the zone. They're not in the zone. They're just in confusion. They're in struggle. With I have now, since I've been watching every one of his videos. I've befriended him on Facebook, and I haven't. I'm going to give him a call tomorrow. Yeah, I'm going to give him a call because I think what he's some of his stuff's absolutely amazing. Yeah, what his message is beautiful.
Could I say something about your didgeridoo? Oh, sorry, I cut you off, man.
Yeah, man, go for it.
It's the pipe thing, right? It's a long, like, I found something about the Bhagavad Gita. You know what it actually comes from? The Bhagavad Gita bagpipe pipes
Yeah.
you're playing, your windpipe, right? Or your toy is a torus field. So your windpipe, when you're blowing pipes or any instrument of that nature, form of communication, because you're creating from your own torus field, which is what the earth is made and being held with. So if you think about what you do, right, the pitch you hit or that depth you hit, and if you were to do a performance of consciousness where we have these instruments and we're conscious of what we're doing, we can change the frequency of what's happening today through art.
Yeah.
Robert was stressing performance. We can do it. All those instruments are a tone for a reason. Hence your trombone, your bone, right? So you're playing.
Right. No, I'm listening with 2 ears, 1 mouth. That's my God-given ratio, and I will respect that ratio. It's great to listen to you.
Tibia means flute. So if you want to get into the magic flute, you have a tibia in your body. So what is Mozart? Why is he talking about parts of my body and yours, and no one's decoding this shit? So you go, bravo, bravo, bro. It's about you, motherfucker. Part of my language. It's about you. This guy, Elvis, great, okay. He was a great composer. Great, okay. But it's about us. That story's about your bone and what you can do with it. Ooh. And when you meditate, you can make things levitate and ring bells. Bells can make your head vibrate, because if you chant the right words, of course, stones. That's who we are.
Yeah. Hey, Mozart, the great musician that was deaf. That's a good one, isn't it?
Yeah, same animal.
Yeah, slight misquote, but yeah, I'm excited. So my brain's skipping ahead. I love classical music. It's the only and Baroque music. It's the only music I feel it's not trying to sell me something. It allows my brain to be free.
Yep.
In terms of didgeridoo, yeah, the chief, the clan Jalu Guruwiwi from the Galpo tribe in northeast Arnhem Land. It's a tribe. They still rest. They've been affected by European civilization a lot, but they still have certain components in place of their culture, their kinship, their skin, their clan names, their interpretation. It's integrated. It's like learning historic philosophy, but times 10 with nature. And the first white fellas that heard didgeridoo, the name didgeridoo actually comes from a song. Didgeridoo, didgeridoo. But in the family where I'm from, it's called Yidaki.
Huh.
It's the actual original name.
Like Yiddish.
Yeah, Yidaki. Yeah. And
that's great.
And, here's a painting I did the other day. Here's a painting. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Beautiful.
Yeah. Here's another painting. I'm using the cross hatching from the northeast Arnhem Land style.
Can you show this again, the painting? Sorry.
Sure. There
Wow, cool.
Yeah, man.
It
That's
looks
really
a little
great.
bit like Picasso when he was doing in between from getting abstract and realistic.
Yeah.
Picasso.
Oh man.
Those three. And this is also cool, man.
This is
Yeah,
an,
let me blow that one up. Yeah.
the
A
northeast.
little bit further.
A little bit further. A little
Yeah, there.
bit further. Yeah.
Yeah, that's used. I've been studying sound frequencies and human biosonic repatterning by the name of a guy called John Bolu. He just does tuning forks, specific harmonies to create break nitric oxide chains in your body, which gets rid of nitric acids and stuff. Lasers on the end of the tuning forks. Or they make certain patterns, certain frequencies. So this is one that I've used. It's a base of cymatics, basically. And I've used the cymatics design mixed with the northeast arm cross-hatching, release of nitrous oxygen spikes within the body, and that's what I've done here. Yeah.
You know what's funny? In my thesis, I'm choreographing atomic energy, and I'm trying to create stars of David, and I'm seeing a Star of David pattern in your drawing.
You know,
When I watch the sun, I see the cross and the fixed points. Then it'll morph into like a variety of rays, and then one ray, and then it goes back to it's like it's dancing and doing multiple.
can I chime in, Jay? Look, if you look at my picture.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
This is from a very well-known artist, Piet Mondriaan. See that tree? Cool, eh?
Yeah.
Mm.
See a little bit similarity. And basically, this is Mondriaan made Victory. Became more abstract every time. It's the in-between time. First, he basically painted a little bit more realistic. Let's go here. Yeah, this is what is more
Cubist
realistic.
era. There was the Cubist painting, like when they were.
This becomes a little bit cubic, and this is
Yeah.
cubist.
Yeah.
And then what Piet Mondriaan later on say, actually Piet Mondriaan is. Wait a second, come on, that's too sharp. Yeah, he started realistic a bit, then it became indeed cubistic. This, right? You know, Victory Boogie and those paintings.
That's interesting.
No process of him coming from a realist to abstract. Actually, the stages.
It's like the digital era. It's like we went from nature. It's like a metaphor. It looks like, right?
Just to show you that the painting reminded me of Piet Mondriaan in his face when he abstract the cubism, just the in-between phase that you could see what it was, but it's very cool.
Yeah, they did that for a reason.
How easy is a tree to draw? You can just start and you go, oh, what does a tree look like? Oh, and just that's a tree. Yeah. Wow.
Well,
That's
your brain,
if you
your
look
brain
very
has tree
careful-
pattern.
Oh, that's not the. If you look very careful, you can see here the branches.
Yes.
Yeah, it's hardly, you can see it hardly, but if you actually look at long at this picture,
It looks like it might be a maze.
Start to see a tree.
Artist, look at this one. Look.
Oh, wait a second. I have to get back to the screen.
Could be a tattoo.
Oh, cool, man.
Wow,
Yeah, man.
that's fantastic.
Yeah, indeed. It's fantastic.
What?
Fine. So there you go. You could make the set for the performance.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Hey, man. I also made this didgeridoo out of paper mache.
Oh, yeah?
Oh shit!
Paper mache. Wow, cool.
Ha ha! Play
Play
it,
it, man.
play it.
Ooh.
You know what's funny about that?
Yeah.
With like whales or dolphins, could be really interesting together.
Cool.
And then
Yeah.
looped into like a hip hop beat.
Sure.
Something, yeah.
Well, yeah.
Be interesting.
Yeah. Termites in France to hollow the trees out, so I had to make my own with paper mache. Works
Yeah.
well. Works
It
so
sounded
well.
like perfect. It sounded like a real, the real thing, man.
Yeah, well, anything's the real deal, man. And Jalu's grandfather talked about the didgeridoo being helping to reunite the world.
Yes.
Yeah, fair income, a true story. And so I've firmly, I've been following the path ever since I had an out-of-body dream when Jalu played on my stomach, on my heart, on my Hara chakra. I woken in my dreams in the forest, yeah. And I opened my eyes and my body was paralyzed. Yeah, I was in a full REM state. I didn't have physical control of my body. It was actually paralyzed. All I could do was I opened my eyes and I could see and hear the sound, the wind against the tent and the waves brushing against the shore and retreating. And when I closed my eyes again, I was in this full color. Well, they say you only dream in black and white. Dreamt in color. It was full color realm, walking through this forest. And I remember feeling to two people behind me. They said, don't look behind, look forward. And that startled me. And I opened my eyes again. And again, my body was completely paralyzed. And I was there sleeping in my tent. On. And I didn't freak out. I didn't try and move. I just let myself go. And I closed my eyes again. And I was walking in this forest. And my steps started to getting bigger, like a pi ratio, outwards, until I was too big to fit on the earth anymore. Struck off. And I was flying through up into the stars, and I remember seeing that trail behind me, and I remember vividly this dream since the day it happened. Jala played on my tummy, and he said to me, that's the spirit of didgeridoo guiding you. It's the spirit of the sound guiding you home. It's guiding you home. Remarkably enough, Robert had a similar dream same night, but we were on a different. I went to hunt some spears, and he went fishing, and he was telling everyone about his dream. To camp, they said, "Hey, Robert, you got to speak to Arlo. He had a dream like yours, and Arlo, you got to speak to Robert. His dream was similar. He was walking through the forest, black and white, came to a stream, a river, and he picked up a stone on the edge of the river. Stone, and he threw it into the river, and it created these ripples, how a stone does in the still pond. And when he threw the stone in, he plunged in like he was the stone, and he was flying through the heavens. Same vivid, colorful sort of thing happening, a bit like that. A shared experience, and that from that day I knew that there's something more to the reality as proposed to me by modern science and the Venus counterparts. You won't get me. Run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man.
It's more to us than just like bones and flesh. We have phosphorus in our sperm. What it means. It's Venus is an influence. She's in our DNA. Defense for my thesis. Diverse forms of Venus. She's in your DNA. She's in phosphorus. It means Venus or dictionary. who eat donuts all day. What they need to know is under their fucking coffee and their double mint donut mix. I've had teachers say they're slick. They're like pimps. They're very good. They're like pimps. Oxford. This is how they talk and shit.
Yeah.
Thing I say. I don't believe anything. It's all about rigor. Yeah, I mean, half the things I say is bullshit.
Fuck.
And I'm like, okay, do it. Who's talking shit in front of us, telling us the shit he says. And he's a teacher. He's telling us this shit. And we're all like, oh, I guess so we're supposed to graduate and then debunk ourselves? It's insane. Seriously. So, like, really? You know, like instruments, playing with things. Really
Yeah. Everything grows
knowing
from
what
the
things
center.
mean.
It grows from that heart. And like I met this Japanese guy in Lourdes, and he was doing this artwork with the sake and rice wine and paint, and doing these relief, these beautiful designs. And he's inspired me a lot. I've done some pieces this here, you know?
Oh, gorgeous, man. You know what? Those would be great. Yeah, I was saying like sick artwork.
It's a mixture of Celtic art.
It's serpentine. I'm into
That's it,
serpent
brother.
symbolism. Because yeah, man.
Yeah. So we teach the great serpent. That's one of my brother. That's one of my totems. That and Bay Water Power, electric, lightning. That's my power, man.
I'll be right back. I'll go pee.
Yo. Hey, bro. Don't drink it all.
You know, I drink it from the morning. I'm telling you, man, my hair difference.
Me too, brother. Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Hey there, guys. If you're on mute, jump in and have a chat. I'd love to have a chat with you.
Whereabouts are you from, Gathaka?
Hey there, Shaolin Kung Fu. Lev, sorry, yeah, I'm new to the. I'm new to everyone here. Lev, yes, I love your logo, man. That's great.
Yeah,
The tree of life in the form of yin yang.
yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Nice
I only
one.
came here last week.
You only came in last week, did you say?
Yeah, onto Google Hangouts and speaking to other flat earthers and stuff like. Yeah. That's what I've been in since 2000.
Yeah, nice one. Yeah, cool, man. Cool. What have you been noticing in your surroundings? Hurts you, and what puts you at ease, my friend? What are you into? Oh, I found a joint.
Yourself in a sense, you know what I mean? Seeking how to be better, you know what I mean? Like your spirituality, understanding the world and reality and stuff like, and then dealing with your emotions, you know what I mean? Your ego, and stuff like dignity and all that kind of thing.
Any music, man? Do you enjoy playing music, or do you listen to music?
Oh yeah. 9 Inch Nails, Bjork, Sigur Rós. You heard of them? The pieces of Bjork are really good, quite everything. You know what I mean? Like,
No, I feel you, cuz. I love listening to other people's music, but I'm very selective about what I let in deep into my consciousness. I feel it's better. Okay, there's the Trinity, you know. we can make our own music, but sometimes it's like, what makes art? You know, someone can do it. I can do a painting, but is it art if there's not someone else to receive it and go, oh, that's interesting? Like there's a feedback loop that happens, and I try to balance myself by not listening too much, not saying too much, but allowing others to create, and creating myself. Like, but I'm really into my own music. Here's one for you. You don't really have a choice. Yo.
I'm offended by that.
Oh.
This is shit, yo.
Like
Good shit, man.
Yeah, I'll never play that song again now that you said that.
Well, you know, it's funny that banjo actually is Jehovah. Banjo is Jah. When you're playing the banjo or the bangles or like anything with the Joe, you're being your own Jehovah's Witness.
Yeah.
Funny, you're bearing witness to your talent. What do you think they went in the watchtower to watch the stars for? To watch themselves. These pyramids, they're going in bodies, it's heavenly bodies. They're going in there, and they're seeing and manifesting the stars. Have to be. All of it's about that. Like, we're down here debating this shit.
Yeah.
Experiencing bliss and getting miracles appearing in front of us.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you opened up my eyes, and you know what? I probably seriously won't play that song again because I did. You never really think about behind what it means. It's like awakening to flat Earth truth. It's a constant process. So if you can't challenge yourself and go, hang on, what does that mean? Like, not that it's good that you were offended, no, or that you weren't offended, or that we can't play a joke, or no, you wouldn't want to play a joke on our you know, on nature. Nature always has the last laugh. But it is a song, that one, and although it's responsible for like this slavery and torture of countless souls, it's still the one that I do play, and it's easy on harmonica. And yeah, no, you feel you, Jay. I feel you, man.
Yeah, it's what we're supposed to be doing. Like when you're performing, when you're doing something that you're good at, that's what our ancestors were doing. So when I'm here at university, whenever I mention indigenous people, or if I say an organic source, off at that because they don't want to acknowledge that whenever the indigenous people are mentioned in our readings, that's where we should stop right there and think about what they were doing, why they were doing it in that manner. No, they go into colonialism, and then they go into the vocabulary of it. They don't go into the performances or the rituals or why they were playing those instruments. So you can't make connections to Earth because Earth has a secret, not man. Things that we can't understand unless we walk on her. It's so stupid how people are. You're getting all the wisdom in the world just from that. So ungrateful. What do we put Sprite bottles and shit on her? And I choreographed a piece about that being domestic violence on a mother. You're hating your mama.
Yeah, that's right. I was saying that the other night. Like, even the strongest men, where we all came from our mother, you have to give it up to the mother.
Yes.
Yeah, you got to give it to the mother. Yeah. Sorry to cut you off, Shaolin. You were saying something earlier. Please chime in, mate. Feel free. We're here to chat.
Yeah, I muted my mic because my messages were coming through from other Google Hangout chat. So it just bleeps and bleeps and bleeps. So I can't remember what we were saying. Oh, we're talking art and stuff, weren't we? I used to do a lot of drawing and painting and stuff myself. Like I wanted to do a comic book, like, based on spirituality and twist what people believe to be spirituality and stuff like. Still working on them.
Great work in progress. Yes, indeed. Aren't we all?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Well, I'd love to show you this painting of the beautiful mountains that I'm working on, but there's unfortunately a really ugly church in the way. Do you want to see it? Here it is. Yeah, there she is. We can see the pier. Look at the cross on the top of the churches. You see them.
Show it again.
Yeah.
Beautiful. The cross on top of a tetrahedron. It's a pattern on every church. The tetrahedron is the brain. The fire, the cross, that's us going back home.
Yeah, brother. Yep. Yep. That's it. That's the one.
And you know what's funny? The sacred geometry is the invisible ether, is the dodecahedron, which you can't see, really. So that's oh my, yeah, my God, are you kidding me? she's the mother of martial arts.
Yeah, yeah.
She kicks ass, man. She defeated. Listen, you know what's so funny? She defeated fucking Typhon. Typhon, that big Greek. A woman beat his ass, and they don't talk about that shit. It's like, oh, mythology, like mythology, get your shit together. Yeah, it's a new day because that shit tells the truth.
It does. Yeah, a picture paints 1,000 words.
And you're like, oh my God, and then you walk out like feeling like you're a superhero because you are a superhero. You are Prometheus. You're Icarus.
Yeah, yeah. That's right. That's right. And I've had the benefit of working with plant medicine, and I've been able to see into the gates of beyond. Man. Like I just I did an ayahuasca sitting, and I had the chance to meet and that was adopted by the Indians in America.
Oh, I'm so jealous. I want to try it so bad, man.
Oh, yes, man.
Cool.
Yeah.
You saw the real. You saw the real.
Yeah, yeah. I was pretty brave. My teacher said I had 3 cups the first sitting, and 3 cups the first time is I need for a while.
They say it changes you. Like that high changes you, man.
It's switched on. Yeah, it's switched on now. I can't turn it off.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's like the truth, though. You see, the truth, when you wake up, but you understand it and you practice it through what you do as a teacher or an artist, right? You start to see magic for real. You start seeing miracles. I'm seeing miracles. I'm seeing strange phenomena in like my name on license plates. Grow different kinds of plants. There's no seeds in these plants. And I chanted Hare Krishna. So this plant was dying inside. There's 3 that are dead, okay? I chanted Hare Krishna. This is a different plant. Totally. I don't know how that grew. And then this one is completely different.
Yeah.
Right? I didn't put any seeds in here.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Oh, if we start now, we won't stop for hours.
So just now think about that, right? So if I can do that, and then I think about, okay, corporations and, presidents, can they do that? No, they don't know that. They hate that.
Yeah.
So
That's
you have to perform something about life. They hate life. You see, they want to live a material life. You can't. That's death. And they don't get it because they are not smart enough. They don't have a brain like their reptilian brain. It rules. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're saying, bro.
They're jealous of your
Yes.
crown. They want your cerebrum control. That's why they did the Auschwitz shit. Dr. Mengele, those people's brains.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Right? Think about it. Those were experiments for their brain, yo. In camp, right? What are they concentrating on? Why is it called a jail cell?
Yeah.
Dude, this rabbit hole, we have no idea how deep it is. Basically, camp it's a ritual of the brain, right? So what they did of that brain, fear and trauma, and they keep spreading it and harnessing the patterns of fear. Because your brain can show that. You see what I'm saying? It's actually scientifically possible to analyze people.
This is fear.
You got something, Michelle?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And that's what your concentration camp was. Now think about this. Now, if they were concentrating on something else altogether, and they weren't fearing, they would have repelled the Nazi. And fuck with people when they're on the same vibration.
Yeah.
But see, if one person's off, if one person doesn't believe, and that's where we are today. We don't have enough people that believe enough. The Illuminati believe in it enough. That's why they beat us, because they manifest this shit.
Yeah.
That's the difference. And that's a hard pill to swallow in the truth movement. But I don't care about your views and how many views you get. Lives and fix the earth.
Yeah. And my beautiful son, love his soul, older than James Mason Usher Clark. He's a champion of all champions. He could stand in my hand when he was 1 year old. He learned to ride a bike without training wheels at 2 years old, was walking at 9 months old. He's got a red like fire, and he's an old soul. He told me the other day, he said, Dad, you can change the world if you just, within your mind, create a certain aspect. This is my 14-year-old son telling me this after 15 years of study on alternative human research and finding out about flat earth about 2 years ago, thinking I know it all. My son telling me, your mind, Dad, you have to believe in it enough and you can change your whole reality. And so what you just said to me confirms certain things that we always know. It's just coming forward and truth, yeah, because it's a rigorous path. It's a rigorous path. I wrote a poem. I'm going to try and pull it up. I'll let you guys can continue talking, but I would like to read it in an instant if I could.
I'm just going to go and get some bread because I'm going to make some food. It's 8 o'clock here. So just keep talking. I'm going to mute and I'll come right back.
Petit. Santos. This is a poem for Santos. Santos is Mr. Bonacci. I love you. On this day, a mind sails upon with flawless kind and vigorous skill upon the depths of time. Way to such a vessel, as the voyage may be, unperturbed by slain demons of lost fortune, knows no unbecoming, leading the way home, of primal fear, guided by the stars, on an adventure to seek a treasure already found. With love, from Gathaka. Thank you. Oh, great minds think alike. It takes one to know one. Hey, I'm just me, you know, I'm just me. I'm just a guy. I'm just a guy. And I with a passion about life, and I enjoy learning, and I enjoy making mistakes. And this is, I can learn from my mistakes. I enjoy sharing and people. Yeah, I love it. I love this chance to give my best. And what would we give for one day more if we were on the end? If we could see, what would we do to have it time again? You know, what wouldn't we do? You know, as my father once said, slowly, slowly, teach ye monkey. You know, I'm not quite sure what he meant about that. I'm still trying to work it out. Yeah. Not particularly. Not particularly. No. No. Most of my friends I've met online, actually, are lovely partners. She's more on the flat than the globe side. Not, you know, there was two sides, but she's wise in keeping her mind open because she hasn't material. And I mean, to a label, it's like saying flat earth. It could be, well, you know, it's a bit of a label, isn't it? So you, right or wrong, you want to tend to avoid any sort of label. The real truth is beyond words. So the fact that it's not a ball, that I'm quite sure of, the fact that the surface area of this habitable plane is flat, you know, besides obvious deviations, Terrian and otherwise, yes, for all intents and purposes, the plane is indeed flat. But what lies beyond that, and whether there's vortex points that have gateways to the stars, in and out of other realms or dimensions, is I'm not sure. I don't really know. You know, I have an inkling, and I'd love to find out, and that's why I'm pushing my consciousness forward to find out. Yeah, and I think deep in our heart, we all know the truth that this thing's bigger than Ben-Hur. Sure. Yeah, and you look at the Schumann Hertz frequencies have been steadily rising. I can't confirm if that's man affected or not, but it would seem that we're evolving. Evolving in a Darwinian sense, but evolving as in merging higher octaves of awareness. Yeah, within higher octaves of being. The fact that we can only hear and see certain frequencies doesn't mean that other frequencies don't exist. Look at dolphins, like an X-rays made of ultra high frequencies, and once upon a time you could say to someone, hang on, stand in front of this magical camera and we will look into your bones and see what's wrong with you. You'd be hung, drawn, and quartered. The Queen would say, off with his head. nowadays we can see that this is sort of possible with X-rays. You know, it's actually possible. So just doing a trend analysis on those, the evolution of man and where we and woman, of course, woman. That's why the whoa man. We see that more than meets the eye. Definitely. So I'm really into alternative learnings, and I think I'm trying to balance study and there's this old saying, you know, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. So I try to keep my head sharp, you know. I enjoy, well, I used to enjoy. Now, what parts of what? Excuse me, Karen, could you redefine? I mean, now I've just moved. Now I'm in north of Toulouse. Excellent. Yeah, I'm all down for getting some flat earth. The terre plate, that's in French. Flat earth is terre plate. I'm all down for getting some flat earth meetings happening here in France. Yeah. I'm sharpening my swords. I'm making weapons for everyone. Yeah, I'm building an army of truthers. And a leggy, an army and a leggy. And slowly, we'll get there slowly. I've really had to refine a lot of knowledge and throw out a lot of stuff that I've adopted as truth that I'm starting to question. And sort of like a good sauce, you got to refine it down, simmer it down, and reduce it a bit, and make it more powerful. So I'm trying to increase my skills and ability to relate with in terms that aren't so scary. Yeah, because you drop alternative information to people these days, and without even going to or historic of it, it's quite hard, you know. So I'm learning to bring it back into the quote unquote real world, whatever that real world I should be living in should be, and learning to accommodate my own passions for alternative and existing ones. Yeah, if that makes sense. Slowly, titchy monkey. Nice one. Is that you, Yudit, there? Oh, is that you? You've got a hat on. Oh, I can't see you. Hi. Oh, goody-o. Well, yes, should be listening in his dreams, in his subconscious. Yes. Well, I think I'm going to watch tonight's Hangout again. That was cool. You guys were that was so flavoursome and colourful, and a really good radio aspect. Like there wasn't too much interference, and the thoughts were very lucid yet relevant, and I liked that. I thought it was great. Yeah, it was a good one.
That's what we aim to do. Has a very good ability. Right, Karen? I said you provide places for this to happen. Mm-hmm. So I'm saying this. Very simple. This is what consciousness is, and this is the power of what things like Karen does and have. Women don't have to do anything. That's how powerful they are. Actually do something. Now that's called motion. Women are about motion, the birthing, the moving. So It's a symbol of the goddess. Nothing had to happen. It's a fact. That's the foundation. You're going inside something. It's
Yeah.
the same thing. A website, right? The website. Whose site? Who's looking at that site, right? The moon. So this is what, bam. So now I'm here, whoever else is here. But she opened the door, right? It's like putting the doll in the child's hand and the child's now moving. The real power that made the doll, because the doll didn't have to do anything, now it's you're moving and excited. That's the magic. That's the goddess kind of power. That's what goddesses do.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel that. And it would seem masculinity's lost its masculinity and femininity's trying to be too masculine. Does that make sort of sense? I think when women back in after the 70s started working and everything, there's a certain sense things changed within. No, I can't speak for women. I'm not a woman, but I'm very sensitive to women's rights, and I'm in touch with my higher goddess myself, and balance that out accordingly as I can. And I feel that there's sort of it's not on purpose. It's sort of pushed that way. So even in the olden days, you'd have every Sunday, all the family would get together, and that's where the women would talk and everyone would have a chat, and women didn't have to work. We could get together on the weekends and talk about stuff, and that's what happened. Is that everyone's too tired to even meet in the weekend and talk like the old days. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, human contact is definitely. Go ahead, Kurt.
Gathaka, the reason I was a little bit quiet is because I was researching. This is this is Echo, April 17, 1970. What is interesting? Society of the Flat Earth Society. Then join the Round Earth Society. So you have one page with both teams, the Round Earth Society and the Flat Earth Society. This is here. This is here. It starts London, and
the whole idea of a society. Like any idea of a society.
Well, yeah, throughout the spring, and especially on the Round Earthers 100 of campus will join in our national environment teaching to explore the nature law and be the sort of breakthrough in understanding all we need a whole and healthy Earth. A young 70-year-old Round Earth Society, 77 years old. So it was basically originated in 19 society. Also participate that blah blah blah, but whatever. And then the Flat Earth Society is bigger than you think. Almost everyone belongs because the equalite nodes of the plane. They're considering the advantages, the infinite air supplies, probably any amount of nitrogen and sulfur oxides, hydrocarbon, etc. will no ill effects. Rivers without ends, sufficient to carry any amount of seeds and to an infinite too large to populate. I don't know what this is. And this is the Flat Earth Society has to offer if you just accept. I don't know what it is, but I found an old magazine.
Oh. Man. It is interesting. Well, you'd think, yeah, society. The word society does freak. Oh, well, it buzzes me out a bit because, well, if I was, let me put myself in the position of the winner. If I wanted to keep something a secret, I would join. I would own the Flat Earth Society. I'd make it mine, and I'd just put to make sure that it didn't get too out of hand. And, you know, being in a controlling position, being a founder, I'd feel that I could create a sort of Hegelian dialect, a bit of division, a bit of divide and conquer.
Well, it's interesting that we now know that the Round Earth Society was formed in 1907.
Is that right? 1907. Okay.
Yeah.
Round Earth.
This article is from 1970s, and they state, oh, it's even older. It's actually 77-year-old. Oh, it's even older. 1970, so that's 1900 minus 7. 1893. Then when the Round Earth Society was formed. And then that's good for research, and then you can.
You see this? Relates to having the black hand in etymology.
Oh, yeah.
So like, these are all vibrations, you know, societies, corporations, organizations, and it, you know, it plays a role, man. Like it does, like something to do with, you know, how they get things done. And yeah, we have to create our own slogans, and got to defeat them at their own game.
This is how I found that song actually when I was researching for Thomas Dolby. Here, the LP Top 30, 84, 22, The Flat Earth by Thomas Dolby. That's how I found it. Cool.
Yeah.
Hit parade from number 29 to 22 is Thomas Dolby with The Flat Earth.
Hey, I've got a quote from the Round Earth Society WordPress. Oh, it's pretty good. I would love to read it. This is from Neil deGrasse Tyson. Yeah. Oh, classic. He's a member of the Round Earth Society. Okay. Hey, this is the quote. I'll read it out. Round Earth Society WordPress. Oh, look at that. Look at that globe. Oh, they've got a Fibonacci spiral in there. Oh, it looks so tempting. One. I'm gonna read this. I'm gonna try and get through it without laughing. Okay. And I quote, but you can't be a scientist if you're, should I put the accent on? You can't be, no, I'll do it naturally. You can't be a scientist if you're uncomfortable with ignorance. Just live at the boundary between what is known and unknown in the cosmos. Okay, that's good. This is very different from the way journalists portray us. Oh, notice how you say journalists portray us. So many articles begin. I have to go back to the drawing board. As though we're sitting in our offices, feet up on the desks, masters of the universe, and suddenly say, oops, covered something. No, we've always been at the drawing board. If you're not at the drawing board, you're not making discoveries. Yes, so you've got to be at a drawing board to make a discovery. No, you've just got to go out in the world. Anyway, I'll continue. Bear with me. You're not a scientist. You're something else. On the other hand, seems to demand conclusive explanations as they leap without hesitation from the statements of abject ignorance to the statements of absolute certainty. Neil deGrasse Tyson. Now, that is just a load of hogs wallops. My spidey senses are tingling. I think so.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, indeed.
One of these people have writers.
Yeah. I'm hoping to write a series of pillars posts on consent. Oh, he's writing a series of pillars, is he? Other possible subjects in the series include when to even ask, recognizing power dynamics, and perhaps expanding on the accept any answer theme touched on here. They get you with buzzwords like, oh, power dynamics. Oh, that sounds good. Yes, loves to get me some power dynamics.
World dynamics.